twins, both destined for greatness, but only one can wear the golden power band of the dragon. Only one may use its power to battle the forces of darkest evil. The other must decide which path they will take. Only one, the chosen one, can be the new golden dragon. Or at least that's how it goes in 2005's Legend of the Dragon, an animated show animated in France made for Western audiences about the Chinese zodiac. So come with me as we explore 2005's Legend of the Dragon in this detailed retrospective about a show I think is animated pretty badly for 2005, so I'm not going to make you watch it in 2025. You want to hear about Legend of the Dragon? This is the place to be. But anyway, let's get into the first trial. A trial by fire. These are the twins we mentioned in the intro. This is Ling and her brother Ang. No, Ang. No, Ang. Starting a henshin type series at a fighting school? Where have I seen that before? These guys start the series with a duel. They're both clearly Tai Chi masters, but their personalities are being laid out here from the tactics used during their fight. Ling is a harsh, aggressive type. Ang, however, is more laid back during his approach. The fight then comes to an end when Ling uses her cunning tactics to think of a way to get her attacks through unblocked. She plans to move directly in the path of sunlight in order to blind her brother for an unblockable finishing fly kick. Ang, knowing his sister well, manages to completely dodge his sister's fly kick while blind. Ling, however, springs back up to attack Ang again whilst his guard was down. Master Chin then steps in with one of the coldest lines in animation history.
That will be all. So, the foot travels faster than thought?
Sorry, Master Chin, I just...
You're trying to deny it now, Briv, but I knew you were trying to hit your brother when he was on the floor, you know. Pussy-o stuff, that is, you know. Alright, maybe Master Chin isn't a gangster rapper from London, but she was a pussy-o, and he does have some pretty cold lines in this show. And I know what you're thinking. Yu-Gi-Oh! I've seen the title. I've seen the thumbnail. Where are the Chinese Power Rangers? Well, these are the Chinese Power Rangers. And let me tell you a little bit about the world before we get into the rest of the story. In this world, there are no rangers. I know, you've been clickbaited. No! Oh, God, that sucks. But also, there are rangers. They're just called Temple Guardians. And instead of using their morphing devices, they use their Temple Guardian power bands in order to morph or empower. As it is in this universe. It is completely a henshin show. So, these twins are in competition to become the next Temple Guardian of the Temple of the Dragon, which is a very, very powerful animal spirit within the Chinese zodiac. You guessed it. This henshin-type Power Rangers-y type series is following the Chinese zodiac as their power system. SPD had futuristic car stuff, you know, we've had Wild Force, we've had Ninja Storm, you know, the elements, ninjas, alien rangers, we've had all sorts. Chinese Zodiac is a hell of a cool one. So, I would akin these most likely to, if anyone's ever seen, Geki Ranger or Jungle Fury, Power Rangers Jungle Fury. I would akin it to that, because they are basically animal masters in those sort of those worlds. So there is all the animals of the Chinese zodiac, but it gets better, because in this world there are not just rangers, but there are shadow rangers. So the Chinese zodiacs have the yang version of the power bands and the yin version of the power bands. So the yang version of the power bands is the power bands that we see throughout the series normally, and these power bands can be won in combat.
You are defeated. The power band of the snakes is mine. Empower the darkest yin. It begins.
So if you're a ranger and you're defeated in combat, your power band can be stripped from you. So, what does that have to do with the story that we've just been planted into? Well, it has quite a lot to do with Ling and Aang, because they are the children of the previous golden dragon, which is the Dragon Temple power band wearer. He has passed on and joined the other thousands of warriors whose spirit lives within the power band in order to empower the next generation of golden dragon. But they're twins, and they never really knew their parents properly, as they were raised by Master Chin. But they were both trained at the temple, and Master Chin has trained them both to have a great destiny, but only one, the chosen one, can be the new golden dragon. And one of them thinks they're gonna be the golden dragon. Pretty sure about it.
I've proven I'm the best fighter. I can't wait! Becoming the Golden Dragon is the ultimate level, the supreme force. I am ready, Master. Think of all that power. The passage to the Temple of the Dragons. The power belongs to me. I've earned it. Who dares enter the Temple of the Dragons? My temple. It's mine. I earned it, not you. I've been training all my life for this day. I will wear that band.
The new protector. Your brother Aang is the chosen one.
Huh?
You thought you was gonna be the golden dragon? No, bruv. I saw you trying to slam your foot down on your brother's head, bruv. Shut up, dickhead.
Now I know what you're thinking. Why on earth are they in such a rush? I know Aang is the new golden dragon and Ling is pissed, but what's going on? Why did they need to pick a new golden dragon now? Clearly they're aware of their dad's death. It has to have been some time before then. So why wasn't a user just picked instantly? What is the threat? We'll let Master Chin take you through that.
The golden dragon, guardian of the temple, has left this plane to become one with the spirit of the dragons. In his absence, a great evil threatens the very balance of the universe, the yin and yang. Bengal, you must return at once to guard over the Temple of the Tigers.
And the forces of darkest yin I believe Master Chin is talking about is this guy. This guy is
The Zodiac Master, Lord of the Darkest Yin.
damn, he's got the coolest voice in all of 2000's animation. This guy's voice actor is going off. I believe the guy who voices the Zodiac Master, his name in real life is Gary. Who gave Gary that voice? Damn. But anyway, he's out here clapping snake cheeks in order to gain the power band, along with his putties. I mean, his foot soldiers. I mean, followers of the Darkest Yin, whoever they are. You know, the main guys that the henshin guys have got to scrap up before they can have a scrap with
The Zodiac Master.
You know what I mean? He's sort of the Rita Repulsa. They're the putties. It is what it is. It is what it is. But he's the major antagonist. And look, he's already clapped the snake cheeks in order to get the power band. He has the power band. He's empowering the Darkest Yin.
Empower the Darkest Yin. It begins.
Which, by the way, isn't the same thing as obtaining the shadow band. A shadow band is specifically the alternate band to the yang band. Empowering the Darkest Yin is just using yin energy to empower a yang band. So they become a sort of shadow variant of the ranger, but they are not the shadow ranger. But all of this happened in the past. He's already got this snake band, and a new golden dragon has just been chosen. We know it's gonna be Aang. So what happens? What happens on the day that Ling is pissed and Aang is powerful?
The Zodiac Master.
Rocks up to the crib. and says, hey, yo, I've got the snake band. I'm about to beat you in Tai Chi powered combat. I want that dragon band. And Ling starts going at him. And you know what? Ling can fight. Ling can throw hands. But this is
The Zodiac Master.
And not only can he throw hands, he throws masterful hands. Because he's Master Qin's previous student. So while Ling is out here getting her absolute ass handed to her, Aang wants to go in and be like, that's my sister. I've got to fight. But here's the issue. Qin doesn't want Aang to run in and fight straight away the way Aang would as Ling's twin. He's like, you're gonna get your ass handed to you too. So you need to empower the dragon. And brother, when I tell you,
It's morphin' time!
just watch this. Just watch this.
Here goes! Empower the dragon!
Boys, when I saw this as what I must have been 7, this rearranged to my motherfucking atoms. Oh my god, I'm a big fan of Power Rangers. I'm a big fan of Super Sentai. But when this man didn't turn into a suit of spandex and he was like, I'm a Tai Chi warrior. Oh my god, this went off. This went incredible in the Yu-Gi-Oh household. So now my boy's the dragon. Yeah, he's got to fight the snake. So our enemy decides he's got to empower the darkest yin. And then you'd expect the hero to start winning, but hey, this show shows you might be the golden dragon, bro, but you've been the golden dragon for all of 2 seconds, brother. Let me tell you, I'm the
Zodiac Master.
Let me show you what you've been missing out on. All these Tai Chi hands. And he throws them. And he's whooping Aang. Aang is getting absolutely demolished. And then he makes a fatal mistake, you know. Then the Zodiac Master starts using some powers that the power bands give you that Aang didn't know about. And he floats up in the air. He uses like a form of like telekinesis flying. And he pulls himself up into the air. And then Aang's like, hey yo, I reckon I can do that too. And he does. Off rip, first time talent, bro. He's the golden dragon. So he gets up there and they start scrapping up there. And, you know, Aang's telling Qin, he's like, I don't think I've got it in me, boss. Chief, this man's gonna take me out. Aang's like, I don't think I can do this. We ain't got enough warriors. And then Master Qin comes in with another cold line, you know. He's like,
There is no problem. You possess the power of 1,000 warriors.
hey, don't be a blood clot, you know. You're 1,000 Donnies right now. Aang gets him in the mouth of one of the statues of the dragons in the Guardian Temple. And then Aang pile drives the mouth shut. He breaks the stone. He encapsulates
The Zodiac Master.
inside the stone as he crushes it to the ground, defeating him and winning the snake power band back. So now Aang has the dragon and snake power band on his wrist. The Zodiac Master knows it's done for. He's not got it. He's not got it in him. He's lost. On a technicality, Aang got lucky, but he's lost. So then, you know, what does the Zodiac Master do now? So he's like, yo, if you don't give me both these power bands now, I'm gonna kill Master Qin. You know this G that taught you and taught me? Today will be the end of him. If you don't give me both these power bands. And then Master Qin's a sneaky little guy. Remember those beats I was dropping the other day, bro? Weren't they fire? And then Aang's like, I get you. I get you, Master Qin. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And he throws a fireball at him. Bro, one explosion and they know it's over. They're like, we're out. I can't believe it. Throw the smoke bomb. Batman, I was never here. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. And then Ling comes back over and Ling's chops in. Ling's like, hey, yo, you let him get away. Let him get away. You nearly died, Ling. Shut up, you idiot. That is why this episode is called A Trial by Fire. But the Trial by Fire does not stop here. This was part 1. And part 2 is in the next episode. But throughout this retrospective, the episodes will get shorter in explanation.
as there's more Monster of the Week elements and less story elements, as I tell you what happens with Ling, Aang, Chin, and
The Zodiac Master